Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? We're live! Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. How are all of you are doing all significant about that? I hope you're all having a lovely, lovely evening. Happy Pride Month and Scoliosis Awareness Month and Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Woo! Yo, I am tired. I had to go to a doctor's appointment after my morning stream, which was fine. But then I came home and I was thinking, you know what? I'm gonna come home and take a nap after this. I, in fact, was not able to take a nap after that. Somebody ended up coming by for something. And I was like, okay, bye. And after they left, I went back to my bed thinking I was going to take a nap. Once again, I did not take a nap. Somebody took me out to lunch, and I was like, cool, free food. I'll be able to take a nap when I get home. They ended up taking me to a fucking bank, and I was stuck there for 2 fucking hours, and by the time I got home, it was time for me to set up fucking stream, so I, in fact, did not get to fucking take a nap today, and now I'm fucking tired. You all better fucking appreciate me. After all of this bullshit, I'm fucking exhausted. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. Dog and burning building meme. And if it's not obvious, I am indeed not fine. But you know what? We're gonna do this anyways. Today we are playing more Tavern Talk, and I want to know how things unfold. I especially want to know how things unfolds with our air echo and Fable. I'm a little curious now. What is an air echo? Yeah, that tells me a lot. Air echo mythology. What I want, not the fucking mic or whatever. In Greek mythology, Echo was a talkative mountain nymph, cursed by Herta for distracting her from Zeus's affairs. Okay. It looks like in the I don't think that's what they are in what is it? Tavern Talk? I think they're like elementals. Kind of like spirits of different elements. And in Malachites, or whatever his name, he's the air elemental. But I don't know why they called them echoes instead. Maybe there's some lore reason that I'm not getting. Who can say? Maybe we'll find out. We probably won't, but there is a slight maybe. So you know, we shall see. Let's get into it. Alrighty, let's get into Tavern Talk. Oh great, it looks like I can either read off my phone or I can listen to what's happening, but I can't do both because my headphones are dying. And so is my phone! You know what? I'll just plug in my headphones and sacrifice my phone, so that way people call and text me, I'll have the excuse of my phone died. Because I do not want to fucking talk to people after stream. I really, really don't. I've been around people all fucking day, and I don't want to see anymore. Or talk to anymore. This is my last piece of human interaction for the day, and then I'm fucking done. I am done. Act 3, The Twilight Flood. The 32nd of the astral moon. Good morning. Slept well? Because I didn't, because I was repeatedly just had my naps disturbed all fucking day. And y'all know I get up at 4 a.m., so I didn't get any sleep. That'd be great, that's good ain't gonna do, innkeeper. Give me your best lines. I'll hear them all today. Hello? Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry, I'm not at the top of my game. It's fine. Don't take it too hard. Titties! Hello, welcome. How are you, my dear? I hope you're not as sleep deprived as I am. And yes, I am complaining. Because I could not get a fucking minute to myself today. So far good. Better watching your stream. Good! Because I didn't get any sleep, so I am sacrificing naps just so I can stream. Because I wasn't able to sleep at all today. You seem to be in high spirits. Yeah, so after stream this morning, I had to, I already mentioned this at the beginning, but I'll mention it again. After stream this morning, I had to go to my doctor's appointment to get my spine x-rayed. Because I have scoliosis. And I was like, all right, when I get home, I'm gonna take a nap. I came home, plopped on my fucking bed. Somebody came over and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? So I had to talk to them. And then after they left, I plopped back down on the bed. Somebody knocked on my door and I'm just like, for fuck's sake. And they asked me if I wanted to go to lunch. I'm like, okay, free food, whatever. I thought they were gonna take me home so I could, right afterwards, so I could plop down and fucking take a nap. That is not what happened. They instead drove me to the bank because they had some sort of errand I don't fucking care about. So I was trapped there with them for 2 fucking hours. And when I came home, and then when I looked at the clock, I'm like, great, I'm gonna have to set up stream the second I get home. So no naps for me. It's not even that the entire world needed me. It was that the entire world was screaming for my attention, even though it didn't fucking need me. I just wanted to sleep. Cause I get up at 4 a.m. every fucking day to do this shit. I love being a streamer, and I would not trade this for anything. But my God, why couldn't my IRL life just leave me alone? And yes, I am bitching and whining on my own stream because this is my fucking stream. I get to do that. You seem to be in high spirits. Not often you get a chance to work on the project of a lifetime. I'm glad you're passionate about this. Hope you didn't give Carolyn too hard of a time convincing you. Nah, once I mentioned Dragonfire, it would have been harder to stop her from going on the quest. Was just tough finding her. Didn't take you for a nighttime soup enjoyer. I'm not, usually. Deadass, hello, relatable. Like, all I wanted to, like, listen, I'm a disabled person. I'm a disabled person and I can't work. I don't have a 9 to 5. How the hell did I end up being out from 9 to 5? How the fuck does that work? And I didn't get paid for it. I should be given compensation for pain and suffering. I can be persuaded though, with the right soup and company. I assumed your quest for your quest for comfort food turned out successful. Not at all. It was thwarted by the shadow of night. Dearest Rhea, promise we shall endeavor to make shortbread another day when the sun is high in the sky. And the stories are open. I'll need to make that sword first. Did Carolyn update you on what that? Oh. This is Innkeeper talking, not Rhea. Fuck, I can't read right now. Did Carolyn update you on what's at stake? Sure did. Those sigils of alcohol zest won't know what hit them. Hit them when they see my newly forged weapon. It's sigil of alkahest. Jason and height. So I assumed you worked out a game plan? More or less. Not like we've got a lot of info in that quest of yours. Wait. Not like we got a lot of info in that quest of yours. I'm sorry. You worked with what you had, we'll imagine. Though the ever-burning flame of Leviathan sounds more like a myth than something real. Sounds exactly like something you need for a mythical weapon capable of saving the world. Ha! Steel. Are you sure you're okay with forging your sword for this card? Yes. It's the right thing to do. That wasn't what I was asking about. Believe me, I know a thing or two about the importance of an heirloom. It's fine. It's just... I wonder if I'll still feel the same connection to my Baba when I look at the sword afterwards. Eventually, everything she gazed at in life will be gone. Don't you think she liked looking at the sword of Carolyn the hero? Ooh, that has quite a wonderful ring to it. I didn't know your grandma, but forging that sword with Dragonfire to save the world, I think she would have been mighty proud of ye. Oh, look at Carolyn. Look at her cute little happy ears. So adorable. And I'll make sure that weapon is the best anyone swung the side of the Aether tree. You have a competition to win after all. Exactly! I've been thinking I've been thinking all night about what techniques to use. The design ain't exactly final. I'll finish it during our trip to the Highlands if I'm fast enough. Excuse me. Rhea, are you doing okay? You never heard of giving someone time to think? You seem to be putting a lot of pressure on yourself. This can't be some simple run-of-the-mill weapon. And there's much to decide before starting the forging process. Hitting, quenching, tappering. And the 5 Hurricane heat treatment techniques. And the 5... Wait. That could actually work. I'm surprised you still remember those. Certainly. You were very passionate about the method. I'm just stoked to get a weapon made by you, Rhea. Please tell me there's gonna be a ship here. Because my god, they would be very, very cute together. Lesbian ship maybe, question mark? If it's you, I know my Baba sword is in good hands. You seem to have the fortune part covered. Anything planned for the rest of the quest? Right. Since we don't know much about who or what might be guarding the flame, we're taking Hex along. Should we encounter any defenses or their magical sort? As far as how to get to the Highlands, Cleantia couldn't come along, so let's hope Baya is up for helping us with her tree traveling thing. Seems like you got your bases covered. You as the main fighter, Rhea as craftsmaster, Hex and Baya as magical support, and Kyle as fan service. I said what I meant. I am afraid I won't be able to fill a role this time in Keeper. I tried to distract myself, but the mere thought of dear Evelyn hurt alone, and or worse, has struck me with torment strong enough to make even the undead heart bleed with worry. No matter what transpired between us, all I craved was to know her safety. But to allow my dear friend to march into danger alone was no less distressing. He was almost inconsolable the entire evening. I didn't want to choose one side only to lose the other forever. That's when I slammed my empty bowl of soup down on the table between us. We weren't gonna go off and die just because he took his eyes off us for a few days. And yet, that very fate had struck me several times in the past. I said, well, towards be damned! You'll never get to see me master weapon! Doesn't matter if I had to chew my way through. Doesn't matter if I had to chew my way through that asshole. Tree myself, heard the dead asshole tree myself. Heard the dead. that shit tree, asshole tree, I don't know. That asshole tree myself. Heard the dead have a taste for bark anyways. Rhea is not having it today. It was as if those words washed away the most of the anguish was allaying my soul. Surely it was time to believe in the future and to reconcile with the past I left behind, all for my most cherished people. As long as I didn't forget along the way. But we found a work around that. Flashcards! I just need to pull them out and be greeted by the wonderful cards prepared for me by Rhea and Carolyn. Even though they may be far from me. Oh, that sounds great, Kyle. There's one about you as well. Aw. I'm honored. I am but a lonely tavern keeper. Seems like you thought of everything then. Hopefully. Some help from your drinks would be mighty appreciated nonetheless. Anything particular in mind? Some fire resistance seems like it could come in pretty handy. That does sound reasonable. Could focus on agility if we're already going that direction. Don't think we want to take whatever traps we run into head on. Add some strength as well for anything we can't avoid. That and the fire resistance should definitely help with forging the weapons and all. Though that Ghostberry guy brought you yesterday, I wouldn't mind some invisibility either. It might give us some imaginative ways to deal with whatever challenges we end up facing. Concentrating on the intelligence to take full advantage of the situation. Well, concentration on the intelligence to take full advantage of that situation sounds like a good option too. Hex would like that. I bet. Knowing him, there's equal chance of his ideas going right or horribly wrong. If anything goes south, we'll need the charm to talk our way out of anything. Hey, Blaze, welcome. How are you, my dear? I'm back to cause trouble. Am I gonna have to send you to the corner? Or better yet, am I gonna have to put you in your kennel? In this way, dear Evelyn will be stunned by my most captivating entrance. Sounds decent. Some intelligence could also help with figuring out those techniques you mentioned. And by design, I guess. Alright, Inkeep. You look like you're bursting to help us with this decision. Is it going to be dexterity with some strength as backup and fire resistance, or should we approach this with intelligence? Should we approach this with intelligence, a small dose of charisma in case anything goes wrong? And some handy invisibility. Well, if you're asking me. I want to make Last Whisper. If we can. Last whisper, order up. There are a lot of unknown factors here. And talking things out can only work if the other party can talk. Plus, fire resistance seems crucial. That was a mighty fine drink. I feel like I could forge the weapon in one of Leviathan's volcanoes. This was a fun one to make. Look at that skull. Look at that shine. Is it just me, or does this drink look more like a cologne bottle? Wait, aren't you gonna put me... Wait, well, aren't you gonna put me in a kennel? Yes. And I sure feel a bit calmer knowing I can rely on my strength when it comes down to it. And with that, we're off to the Highlands. Me and Kyle are gonna go grab Hex. Before I let him check on his ex-wife. You go get Baya? Sure. Good. Alright. That's it, innkeeper. One last line for good luck. Make it count. Mind the creaky step on your way out. Heh. Fair. Fare thee well, dear innkeeper. Kind of weird, isn't it? What is? It's gonna be a battle for the fate of the world. But Elfie ain't even here to worry about themselves. But Elfie ain't even here worrying about themselves stupid about it. They'd have loved this, I think. Not the impending doom. Well, not the impending doom, but all this getting together to defeat evil stuff. Make sure to tell those guys heading to the Twilight Portal to keep an eye out for them. I will. Good. Suppose it's time for me to head out as well. Okay. I wonder if Hex ages at an elf rate, since he does look younger than his sister, even though his sister is older. Was forbidden according to his own accomplishments, or by his sister, maybe? Stay safe, Carolyn. Always, innkeeper. Innkeeper, we have returned. I can see that, Tia. I was awaiting you. Though I'm surprised you're here, Jade. To see you here, Jade. Yeah, well, Miss Holier Than Thou dragged me along. Some shit about finally doing my part. I distinctly remember you expressing open interest in our plight when we were talking to Iniko. I'm gonna bark and bite. No, you won't. I believe you asked multiple questions that indicated your desire to help. And I remember asking how much you pay, and you said nothing. So I said, no thanks. And yet you didn't resist coming along. Do you have a better job lined up, Jade? Not yet. Hideko and I are eyeing something, but I guess I've got time to kill. Perhaps Iniko can help too then. They better. I'm not sure if I can deal with Princess here alone. No need to deal with me. I can handle myself. I'd love to have Iniko on the team. No, you won't. Yeah, me too. I assume you have written us a quest, innkeeper. I have. Take a look. Excellent work. You're welcome! Glad to see you came to your senses. Let me have a look at that. We'll just have to catch the guy at the portal. Seems simple enough. We can even set up an ambush. Or be sneaky if he's already there. You can sneak, big guy? I can do lots of things. A few years back, I spent time with some lithic panthers who showed me how to sneak up on anybody. I just don't like doing it. It seems a bit rude, you know? No, I don't. But I think the situation calls for a little rudeness. Agreed, it does. And for a little more manpower. Hello. Twilight! Hello! Welcome, welcome! How are you, my dear? Thank you for stopping by. You're right, innkeeper. We should ask Iniko for help. Also, has suggested taking Voy along. He's great at distractions and knows his way around the Twilight Chasm. Should our next quest lead into it. Apparently he has family there, though I hope we don't need to disturb them. Anyone else? We considered a whole lot more, but Scully and Grace made a good point. They said not everyone is battle-tested, and that it'd be reckless to take inexperienced adventurers along. They also said we should look into more backup plans for the backup plan. Better than bad. I found shelter, Lucky. And I have food. Well, that's good. I think they just want an excuse to do some research and stay away from the bloodshed. Can't blame them. Millie really wanted to come too, but Dave said no. Is he coming himself? No, of course. Of course. Made these two ask him before we got here. But we need good fighters, and Kit's got some talent. Well, I hope he said goodbye properly this time. Carolyn made sure he did. Never saw a more terrifying jet glare in my life. Hey, Dad! Welcome, welcome! How are you? Everybody say hi to Papa Pauws in chat! Sorry, I can't stay. That's okay. It was very impressive. It was. So, are you finished with your questions? Actually, could you review the plan for me one more time? It's been a long couple of weeks. Sure. So listen up. We'll make it to the Twilight Portal by the moon pools, and we'll stop our big bad evil shithead from going through. I don't know what it actually says. I'm just making shit up. If we failed that, or if he's faster than us, we chase him through the Twilight Chasm into Ur. And we prevent him from getting that fancy axe. And if that fails, well, we stop him at all costs. Sounds like a good plan. While you're at it, will you keep an eye out for Fable for me? Of course! Now, Innkeeper, by the dragons and all that is holy in the world, can we count on your help again? No. I'm sorry, but no. I am a tavern keep. I am a tired tavern keep, and I don't want to get into your mess to make myself more tired or dead. So, no thank you! No thank you. Hey, Pauws, I totally wasn't being aggressive earlier. Just kidding. What do you need? Easy. We just need to be quicker than that maniac. We should be the first to reach the portal. And we should be the first to attack him, all the while dodging his counterattacks. Outspeeding him seems like the smartest option here. You're wrong. I think it's foolish to think his strikes won't be powerful. We'll need to be well protected against him, so we can take him down before he really hurts any of us. Don't be stupid. If we're fast enough, he won't even get a chance to hurt us. I'd like you to say that again while you're lying in a pool of your own blood. Okay, maybe we need both. It's just the balance that counts. We can focus on a whole lot of defense, but keep some dexterity in our back pocket. And maybe some of those fast fusion thingies could make the difference. I could hasten you with some golden feathers or saber fangs. Great! Alternatively, you could just give us a lot of dexterity instead, with just a little bit of defense on top. And to make sure we don't get hurt, you could give us some of that frost armor Scully keeps talking about. Sure thing. I got enough frozen pythons left for that. I don't think Jade and Tia can make a decision without bloodshed, so could you help us out? Of course. I know just what to do. I think I want to go with defense and speed. Sorry, we need paste. Steel tonic, order up. Defense should be your #1 priority. But I think haste makes for a good backup plan. You can never have enough of those. See, I was right as usual. You can choose the right focus and keep. You chose the right focus, Innkeeper. Ugh. At least we'll be fast, so I don't have to listen to you gloat much longer. Let's get this over with. Alright, Clay, let's go. Clay? Are you okay? No, I don't think so. Aren't you scared? Of what? All this! The fate of the world is a very heavy weight to bear, don't you think? What if someone gets hurt and I can't stop it? What if I can't protect you and the others, and the world, and the ferrets? Clay, stop. Please, for a moment, just stop. I know this is scary. Truth be told, I'm scared too. My whole life has been building up to this moment. I've always been told I'm meant to save people. And if I can't, what's the point of me, you know? You are the point. I'm glad you exist. Even if you don't save anyone. You're not some mythical savior. You're my friend. And you are mine. And I'm a little less afraid because I have you with me. You taught me how to value myself as a person, despite the weight on my shoulders. Okay, I think the closest here, I'm going back to aggressive. Let me bite you. No. First of all, I can pin you down and I can bite harder. And second of all, muzzles and shock collars are a thing, my dear. I wish you'd do the same for yourself. I promise you. Together we'll get through this. And we'll save each other and our friends and the world and all of the ferrets and the innkeeper while we're at it. Thank you. I appreciate being included. You're enough, Clay. And you don't have to worry that you're not. You too, Tia. Don't think I'm excluding you. I mean, I wouldn't mind excluding her. Did I stutter? I wouldn't dream of it. Having you two believe in me is all the strength I need. Can we hold hands on the way there so it's a little less scary? Of course. Wow! Alicia's getting more and more likable? She pissed me off before, but now I think I kind of like her. And remember, you can never lose me. Your bracelet always tells you exactly where I am. And if you get lost somehow, despite your impeccable sense of orientation, mine will help me find you too. You just get lost looking. Maybe I'd have to ask Jade for help. I'd do that for you. Thank you, Taya. You're a great best friend. Oh! So are you. Alright then, best bud. Alright then, best bud? Let's do this together. Best of luck. We won't need it. These two are so sweet. You must have made them some really good drinks, Innkeeper. I've never seen Clay that determined. I tried my best. I have to say, Grace, I'm surprised you're not accompanying Hux to see the ever-burning flame. Melly! My daughter!
She didn't want to stop studying the magic spells. She thinks they might help us solve all this.
I think what might help me now is a drink. Something that'll get my thoughts flowing gracefully despite all this mess. Give me a moment. Because we haven't made this one today, let's make Sparkling Nebula. And some charisma. Alright, Sparkling Nebula, order up. A delicious thought detangler just for you. I don't think I've ever tasted a detangler as delicious as this.
You've tasted detangler?
Melly, would you like a drink as well?
No, thank you. I've already had 3 hot chocolates today. I think if any more magic enters my system, I'm gonna eat the sun.
God, she reminds me of Sody Pop. Y'all remember what Sody was just like, I'm gonna fight the moon! Not another topic then. I've heard you formed a research team.
We did! Obviously, Grace and I are the leaders. But we also recruited Scully and Archie. And Una said she wanted to sit with us and crochet while we work.
Oh, lazy as usual, I see. Well, she is retired. And avoidant.
She's crocheting gloves so we can hold our weapons better. They're really cool. Rufus is helping too. His wool is so soft it calms everyone down. I wish they would join us too. I guess he's busy fighting the mean guy. But he promised he'd be back soon, so...
And he'd better keep his promise. What are you looking into anyway? Melly mentioned spells? Are those the ones Hex found in the tower? Yes, those ones exactly. He stayed up all night decoding their formulas, but... I will bite you one of these days. You will get shock-collared. As soon as he figured out what they were about, he lost interest. So I picked them up. Most of them were rudimentary, all things we already have in our spell books. But two stuck out to me. Care to educate me? I'm not afraid of no shock collar, He says that until he starts crying. Which one do you want to hear about first? Teleportation or soul binding? Okay, what do we want to hear about first? Teleportation or soul binding? Do 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 da 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 da. Men don't cry. Yes, y'all do. But teleportation or soul binding, which one do we want to hear about? Men don't cry. Yeah. Biggest lie ever told. Teleportation? Really? I thought y'all were gonna say soul binding, but okay. Alright, teleportation then. One of the scrolls holds a powerful teleportation spell. Now, I fancy myself quite equipped at conjuration magic, but Hex finds it boring. He picked up the scroll because he assumed that the golden ruins meant it was special. He was right, but I guess it didn't have enough fire for him. How's it special? I'll teleport over there and bite you. Do you want to get shocked right now? I think if cast correctly, it could get you anywhere in the Asteria, which with incredible accuracy, even to protected places in other planes. But excuse me. I'm trying to figure out how to use it without destroying myself. It requires more mana than people usually have in their body. I think Blaze is just a fucking masochist, y'all. So you think it'd kill its caster? Almost certainly so. It still has a lot of promise. Maybe I can modify it. What about the other scroll? The other scroll? Lex brought a glass case with a glowing scroll inside. After we got it out and removed all the protective runes, he was pretty disappointed. A riddle-locked glass case and protective runes? Seems like someone didn't want it to be used. I'm pretty sure I know why. Alright, time to get Blaze neutered. It It describes pulling souls right out of people's bodies and binding them to objects. Completely volatile magic and dangerous. I assume it's been a little hard to translate. I'm trying to figure out any side effects it may have. So I can convince Bentex not to use it whenever he's slightly inconvenienced. Good luck with that. Thank you. Tex also brought back a lot of the wizard's personal notes, diaries and such, retellings of his old exploits, of his hopes, dreams, and fears. Yo, what the fuck is happening over here? When I have some more time, I'll be able to. When I have some more time, I think I'll be able to do a deep dive into who he was. Maybe I can even put a little exhibition together. If Boy and Iniko will let me borrow some of those magic items. I doubt they dare refuse you. I hope not. I want some magic scrolls of my own to this. I want some magic scrolls of my own to decipher. But first, we need to finish this research. Just cause we need to figure out what to do if it's just nice to have something to do is all. Plus, I'll take any excuse to hear more of Scully's Everbloom stories. He's trying to figure out whether we can reverse the sigils. That'd be neat. Maybe you can duct tape them back together? I don't think so. With Archie's help, I also made this whole board where I can collect and connect all of our clues. Spaghetti. Specifically, I've been looking into who exactly that necromancer guy could be. Clay said he noticed some flowers on his armor, and I think that might be a clue. Maybe he's a florist, or maybe they're zombie flowers, or maybe he wants to destroy all the flowers. I need to figure out what his motive is. Because if we can figure out his motive, we can figure out who he is, and then we can figure out his weakness. Not that we'll need them, because Dave and the others will. What did he say? Kick their abs. But I'm looking into it. Makes me calmer? Yes. They'll be alright, right, Innkeeper? The zombies aren't going to the zombies aren't going to eat them like they eat my parents? They won't. They'll all protect each other. He'll come back for you.
I hope so. I don't want that to happen again. I miss my parents. I wish they were here to hold my hand.
What were they like?
Well, I remember my dad always told me bedtime stories about swashbuckling burglars. And I remember my mom loved making things out of yarn, especially socks. And they were really nice and cool, and I loved them so much.
Oh no. Oh, not our orphan baby.
I know you can't replace your parents, but is it okay if I hold your hand until Dave, Kara, Lynn, and Fable come back? That'd be nice. I feel safer with them around, you know? Like I'm home again.
Hey, you are home.
I think so too. But enough dramatic backstory. I'm turning into Dave. Just less repressed and gay for Fable.
Just less repressed and gay for Fable. Oh my god. That has got to be the funniest thing I have heard Melly say so far. Oh my god. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that, but I love it.
Maybe it's time to head out. We'll update on our research, innkeeper, but first, we're going to get a lot of ice cream.
Exactly. Luna promised she'd make some. Save some for me.
We'll try.
Quincy! Hello there. It's been a while since you last show up. I feared you went home without saying goodbye. I wouldn't do that to my friend. I did end up finding those golden loon feathers quickly with a little help from Voyage. But with everything going on, I decided to stick around and help those in need. That sounds just like you. How are things going with you, though? You don't need to say much for me to know what that face means. I've seen it once or twice before. Is there something I can do for you? Yeah, give me money. What is there to be done, Quincy? It's like everything is in limbo. Like dancing on the edge of a blade, or one wrong move and it's over. Something like that. Would it help if I asked you for a drink? Maybe. You know what always helps me when I'm feeling down? What? A good cup of Quincy's hot chocolate. Here. After all I've heard, you might need it more than me. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Now, go on, make me a drink. This one, or another one, whatever you'd like. You know what? Fuck it. Let's dabble around with the new recipe. I kind of want to make crisp coffee, but you know what? That is not what we need. Sure, let's go with that. Plus, that's pretty. Prettying up a drink wouldn't hurt anybody, right? Wait, can you put more than one? No, no, you cannot. Just wanted to see if you could. Hot cocoa, order up. Couldn't wait to try it out right away. Well, you replicated it perfectly. My hands and heart are warm. Want a sip yourself? You look like you need it. Maybe later. May this drink be warmer than the currents of these times. It most certainly is. Thank you, innkeeper. Of course. So, how are you? Well... We've seen better days! I'm just numb. I'm neither worried nor elated. I'm just... avoiding thinking about it at all costs? Yes. No. Even when I think about it, I can't quite reach the feeling. The feelings I know I'm supposed to be there. Like I'm stuck floating in some glass case, watching the stars fall around me. No matter how hard I try, I can't reach out to touch them. And I can't figure out whether I want to touch them, I mean. It certainly seems to scare you, worrying about the world and other people. It's been a while. Didn't think I'd care again. I didn't want to, but it just happened? Yes. Just like that, without my consent, I might add. The heart wants what it wants, and sometimes what it wants is friendship. But I can see how that's a scary feeling. So many things are on the line now. Perhaps more than you bargained for. It's easier when I just looked away. It was easier when I just looked away. Would you rather look away than help your patrons? Your friends? Yes. At least I wouldn't have to face the fear of losing them. Funny. Funny? Didn't you swear to me you were done feeling death? That you had nothing left to lose? Sometimes lying to ourselves is easier than lying to others, I guess. I'll keep my "I told you so" to myself. I just feel like I'm stuck in an endless cycle, and there's no way out. That doesn't tear me apart. Would it help you to know that we've all felt like that at some point in our lives? Not really, no. Then let me leave you with this instead. Love may come at the price of loss, but the inevitability of loss also comes with the reward of love. You can't lose something without having loved it, and you should love whatever it is you fear to lose. There are moments that matter, the moments that make your life worth living. Besides, you have the power to step out of that cursed circle any time. Do I? Write your own story, my friend. Don't doom yourself because you think it's what you deserve. I forgot how good you are at giving advice. Makes me a bit envious. You'll get there eventually. I hope so. Thanks for checking in. I think I needed that. Of course! Please don't stop reaching out. The safety of isolation is not worth the loneliness. Try to remember that. You better. Now, I heard the night market is close by, and I really don't want to waste this opportunity, so let me hold you back. Until next time, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and be safe out there. Why don't I get a catchphrase? Oh well, guess it comes with age. Maybe next millennium. Handsome double. Hello. Greetings, traveler. Nice armor. No. Doesn't seem familiar. The flowers certainly do. Did you keep my books? You know, I imagine this place differently. It's nice. Thank you. But I thought you'd be long gone by now after all, you like running, don't you? I like it here. Though your visit is making me consider moving soon. It's not advised to stay in one place for too long anyway. Eventually your past will catch up to you. I figured. What brings you here really, Quasar? You know, this and that. I paid Morrow Castle a visit. It's quite serene this time of year. What for? Sightseeing, trespassing. You broke in. I wouldn't phrase it like that. Burglary is incredibly impolite. I was persistent in my approach. Politely, I knocked on the door. Unfortunately, vampires this day have no hospitality. Can you feed me? What do I look like? The lady of the house greeted me with a snarl and slammed the door in my face. Not that that stopped me. I found it quite rude. So you did break in. Obviously, as a last resort. There was something I needed more than manners. As expected, she wouldn't give me her precious relic freely. So you killed her? I would've, but no. The rat escaped. As your pet, it's your job to feed me. I don't remember agreeing to adopt you. In the blink of an eye, she dissolved into mist. I always consider that to be a vampire's most annoying skill. But at least I got what I wanted. What would that be? Curious as ever, aren't you? That's why I made it my job. What, being nosy? Something like that. I get to hear a lot of things every day. People like to talk. You manipulate your patrons into telling you their dark secrets. I don't manipulate, I listen. I'm all ears. What would Lady Evelyn have that you... What would Lady Evelyn that you, Quasar Duskbringer, would want? Just blood. Ingredients for the next execution of a grand design. Grand design? We were never ones to make big plans. Please adopt me? No. Speak for yourself. Maybe it's time. Maybe times changed you. Oddly enough, you still look the same. I had to make sure you'd recognize me after all. How could I ever forget you? Seemed like it was pretty easy for you to move on. It wasn't. Because I don't want to. And I already have 2 cats and a fuck ton of OCs. I'm good. Get you. You're hype. You ran away from everything that once mattered to build a life behind a counter in a shabby tavern. Is that why you're here? To throw your accusations around? No. I guess I just wanted one last chat now that everything's coming to an end. And I'm curious about how this old friend of mine is doing. So, how are you doing, friend? I'm worried the world as we know it will end. That doesn't worry me one bit. I can only go up from here. Just say you don't like me. I said I wouldn't adopt you. But if that's how you want to take it, that's on your ears. For you. How are you doing? Do you even want to know? It's my job. And my tavern is open to everyone. Well, protective spells beg to differ. They let you through, didn't they? So, how about a drink? And then you tell me whatever it is you need to get off your chest. Sure. Let's see if you know me well enough. And if you remember what I taught you. Of course I do. Ooh. Andu, baby, are you okay? My poor baby. Here, have a treat. There, you feel better? Honey. My poor baby. My poor baby dragon. Okay, charisma check. Peak sunrise or... Wait. Wrong one, I lied. Do we want first snow? Or do we want first snow? I lied again. Yeah, I lied again, sorry. Do we want 1,000 winds, sunny breeze, or spoken heart? I'll let you choose the drink, Blaze. Do we want 1,000 winds, sunny breeze, or spoken heart? You're perfectly fine with adopting a pet dragon, but you want to adopt me? Correct. Any more questions? Thousand wins. Okay, gotcha. How about this? Sweet and chatty. Not bad. Almost tastes like back in the day. Did you think I'd forget? Yes. Yes. I assumed you're as good at abandoning memories as you are abandoning people. Oof. Ouch. Wound me with your words. Seems like people are right about one thing, though. That would be, your drinks can influence fate. They can save people, but they can't save people, but they can push them in a direction, alter their destiny. I wouldn't go that far. I simply do my best to support my patrons in their endeavors. Will you support my endeavor? As I said, I serve everyone in this tavern. How noble. How awfully morally gray. How opportunistic. It's like nothing's changed. I like it that way. Making decisions for people, leading them to their doom. All because you can't help but wonder what little entropy would do. What a little entropy would do. I help. You help. Sure! You always like to help when it was most convenient for you, when it got people to love you. I hope your helping has aided you in forgetting them. You didn't forget them. Oh, is that so? I couldn't sleep for months. My heart bled and bled until there was nothing left to bleed. I was alone. By the end of it, when there was nothing left, there was just one question. How could the one person I trusted with my life turn on me like this? How dare she leave me with nothing but the stars staring at them alone? Wondering whether the blood would ever wash off, and how by the dragons and their false light. Is all you've done with your freedom? This dastardly achieved freedom? This? There's still blood on your hands. It took me quite too long to realize that I didn't have to give up. But I'm not like you. That it doesn't have to be their blood that sticks to my hands. They're gone. Not for much longer. Soon, the star rain and the flood that washed away our yesterday will open up the gates to a new tomorrow, a new horizon, unhaunted by still ghosts. Hussar, innkeeper, why would you do something like this? Don't we owe it to them? The you I knew would have agreed. Me you knew was foolish. Some situations are hopeless, and some decisions aren't easy. Decisions are quite easy if you set your mind to it. Say I need to tear apart Cassiopeia's wings for the stars to rain upon Gaia. Ambitious task. I could decide not to abandon my plans because I'm intimidated by the complexity or scared of the consequences. But no, I chose to stick with it and get what I want. I don't give up. I succeed. It truly is that simple. If you care, you'll get it done, no matter how much effort it may take. Everyone was dead. wasn't. Didn't we promise to always stand by each other's side? To never be alone again? We did. Didn't they deserve the same? They did. Then why are you here and they aren't? I don't know. Me neither. What did we mean to you? Nothing. We meant nothing to you. The home we built, it meant so little. That's not true. Do you still ponder about the meaning of life watching the stars? No, there aren't any anymore. It's better that way. It means there's no risk of getting caught up in trivial things. Like getting caught up in the thought of a world without pain. Like that. So naive. So stupid. It meant everything to me. Don't lie to me! I've seen through the charade. Your tricks don't work on me anymore. Look at the stars now as they lie at our feet. A declaration of your failure. An elegy to your cowardice. And a demonstration of my endurance. Everything is set. Everyone will get what they deserve. Even your little replacements. So there'll be no more but a fading memory in the horizon. Seems familiar, doesn't it? They're alive. They can be saved. They are alive indeed. What you should ask for yourself is, for how much longer, and if the time comes, will you run again? No. But you sent them to their deaths, did you not? I sent them to stop you. Oh, I'm aware. Which reminds me, I'll have to leave soon before your little pawns interfere with my threads of fate. Gertrude? Come on, it's time to go home. Wait, that bird is his? Interesting. Care to explain? I sent you a little companion so you wouldn't be so alone. But I need her back now. You know I value my privacy. And I value the perfect execution of my plans. So thank you for collecting so much information for me. Don't have to do this. I don't, but I will. Anyway, I've got somewhere to be. So speaking of which, my invitation, the offer still stands. Join me and watch as I repair what you've destroyed 30 years ago. Join me to witness the renaissance of times past. I can't. My place is here. What a pity. It almost pains me to see you haven't changed one bit. I've moved on. You should try it sometime. Spoken like a true coward. Not like I need you anyway. Not anymore. See you soon, old friend. Or not. Who's are? Age 58. Chaotic evil, I wish he wouldn't have come. That's the information that we get. I wish he wouldn't have come. Chaotic evil. I know the devil. Gotta feed the baby. Gotta sweep the floor. Damn, what the fuck happened here? Alright, let's start the day.
Good morning, innkeeper.
Good morning. How's your research going? Well,
We did a lot of it.
that sounds good. Yes.
I can smell a breakthrough right around the corner.
Are you writing that down, Archie? Oh, what? No, of course not. No notes are being taken here. None.
Archie, I told you already. I'm the best detective at Bayshore, and this might be the meeting of a lifetime. But the investigation has to come first. How are you going to have time to write a book about my detective career if the world ends in a few days? I mean, it won't, obviously. Because our friends are super strong and awesome, and we're super smart and awesome. But we should still focus on backing them up.
I'm sorry. It seems I can't help but gather material even now. You're a very impressive detective, and I fear what will happen if I stop thinking about my books. Is this what I think it is, Detective Melina? Is this what I think it is, Detective Melina?
I'm afraid it is.
Excuse me?
It's a severe case of the nerves. Quick, innkeeper, we need a remedy. One of your most revitalizing drink will do.
Does the patient agree with their prescription? Really, it's not that serious. Thank you. Perhaps the cure that'll boost my toughness is just what I need. On it, patient zero. Defense. We can give him Sailor's Courage, which is abs. Steel Tonic. Or a Southern Brawler. Let's keep it simple and go with Southern Brawler. To chase those nerves with just one sip. This isn't chasing away any nerves. It's inviting worries. Worries about my stomach giving in before this world does. But perhaps it will help me become tougher. I really appreciate the effort to cheer me up. I suppose I've been worrying more than I realized. How can I repay?
Repay, Rishmay. You should just bear your worries silently.
I would accept an update on your research as compensation. Certainly, we are happy to oblige. I thought my knowledge of tales and myths could serve us in identifying another weapon to slay evil. So I questioned many scholars and turned as many pages as I could. That sounds exciting. It might have been if I had managed to find even a hint of anything useful. Thoroughbury is nothing but a legend. Thoroughbury is nothing but a legend. The lands of Lorigwind might be real, but it's proved impossible to trace its location. And don't even get me started on the history of the sword balmer. My research ended in total failure.
Don't say that. We wouldn't know that if we wouldn't know that there aren't any weapons if you hadn't looked. It just means we have to move our research focus to something else now. Like my investigation.
Oh?
Like I mentioned the other day, I really wanted to look into who this weird bad guy really is. But the plan like his, he can just be some random nobody.
His plan does have a certain je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. It's just so mustache-twirling malicious. I bet he has a mustache. In any case, he must have left some traces that we can follow. And if we can figure out his real identity, we'll know his mortal weakness. Like
a lover?
Exactly! Once we know their identity, we can find them and... Wait, no! I don't condone kidnapping. Maybe we could just... tell them about all the evil stuff the guy is doing, and they could give him a really long lecture. Okay, maybe that isn't the best idea. Still, Carolyn always says the more you know about your opponent, the easier the victory. But this guy is like a ghost! No one had seen hide nor hair of him before all this started. And here I thought armor like that would have made him super recognizable with the flowers and all. I didn't look up what some of them really mean. This one's Clay was able to identify. There are petunias and marigolds, which symbolize resentment There are petunias and marigolds, which symbolize resentment, anger, grief, and mourning. So that told me absolutely nothing. Besides that he's a bad guy with some big feelings about the world. Duh. Then I got an idea. What about other well-known necromancers? Maybe we have a repeat offender on our hands. No one really seemed to fit, though. I was really close to ripping my fur out. But then I remembered all that stuff about the sigils. There actually was a necromancer that died when the portals opened. So I dug that file out of my pile, and yes! If the creation of portals broke a sigil, then that can't be a coincidence. Therefore, this necromancer from back then must have faked their death and rebranded themselves as a mustache-twirling green-armored bad guy. The mustache-twirling green-armored bad guy we're facing now. Shouldn't you be doing the pointing thing out now? Shouldn't you be doing the pointing thing now? I'm just not feeling it, Innkeeper. I know it doesn't add up, okay? I'm sorry, Archie. This isn't the revelation of truth that it should be. When you write your book, the detective should definitely be pointing at something. Pointing!
Yes, so write that down.
Good.
What class is Archie? Archie. Swashbuckler.
I can't believe we couldn't find anything!
Are children allowed to swear? Who taught you that word, Melly?
Wouldn't you like to know? Oh, well.
What are you planning on doing now?
We need a new perspective. Maybe there's something we haven't considered yet.
That's why we brought some of our research materials with us. Oh, I did give him the wrong drink. I think he asked for something with defense, but I gave him something with strength instead. Oops. I don't think I was thinking today. Wouldn't a library be better for this?
Well, maybe. There wouldn't be enough space to set up the conspiracy board.
You brought the board here?
Yep. Thanks for letting us set up here. Okay, I'll be in the back. Bye.
I hope it's okay for us to take up some of your space. It's fine, Archie. You can go ahead. Much appreciated, innkeeper. I'll be right back. I need to get some water because I cannot feel my throat right now. I'm back and hydrated.
Well, don't you look chipper?
It's good to see you too, Una.
You can spare me the pleasantries.
Long day?
Nah. I was just never really into this research mumbo-jumbo.
I was surprised when I heard you volunteered for the research group.
Ha! Your info gathering game is getting weak and keep. I chose the activity that's the least hassle. Too much exercise isn't good for the retirement spirit. But I don't need to tell you that, do I?
Before I get another word out of me though, I need to get some of my energy back. That whole frantic research atmosphere really tired me out. Something to bring your strength back. Got it. I want to make cursed coffee. So we're gonna make cursed coffee. Cursed coffee order up. Like every drink at least once. Here. For that heavy doing crochet you're doing.
I feel like I could crochet gloves for any army with this. You got some more adventures stashed away in those back rooms of yours?
Just some more frantic researchers, I'm afraid. So, what else have you been up to?
Just making sure Grace and Scully don't work themselves into an early grave for the most part.
Any news on that front?
Are you in the mood to be underwhelmed?
Listening to what my patrons want to share, whether good or bad, is a key part of my job.
Spoken like a good little innkeep.
Fuck you.
As for the research, not many surprises there, to be honest. The damage that breaking the sigils did is pretty much irreversible as expected. That teleportation spell Grace is looking into is also not getting any less dangerous. Even with all the modifications she's making, there's still a good chance of it backfiring. And by good chance, I mean like 70%.
What kind of backfiring are we talking about?
No, oops.
What did I say? What backfiring are we talking about? Like everything blows up in fireworks and fun?
No. Like, immediately dying!
Oh. Well, that's less fun. How are Scully and Grace feeling about everything?
They're taking it in stride. Or they're just too stubborn to give up. I'm not sure.
That sounds like them. What about you? Ma'am? Me? All this must be pretty disheartening.
I mean, not really. These kinds of doomsday scenarios just lose their impact after a while in this business. I've lived my life, I've made my choices. Now I'm doing what I want either way. If the end of days comes knocking at my porch, crocheting and drinking, I'll have no regrets.
But you're not on your porch. You're here, looking after the people trying to avert that doomsday scenario.
I can't believe I had to hear that from you. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
I could offer you another drink to wash it down.
No thanks. Unfortunately, you've got a point. I guess I got swept up in all of this a little. Sure is weird.
What is?
Caring. Not like I need to elaborate. Preaching to the choir and all that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ha! Sure. Whatever. Let me just ask you this. Are you... As you are, will you have no regrets when all of this is over?
You couldn't just let me have the last word, huh?
No way, an or! I'll leave you to contemplate that, I guess. Amelia and Archie here.
In the back.
I'll go see if the youngins need some company.
Greetings, good mythical afternoon, adventurers.
Good afternoon, innkeeper.
Does this afternoon seem mythical to you? It seems... what? Sorry about that. We didn't have much time to dry up before coming here. The floorboard should be able to endure it just this once. It's okay if you want to leave now, Baya. We all made it back safe.
Okay. But please keep the blankets. I could make some soup.
We should be good for now. Thanks, Baya.
Where are you headed, Baya? The swamp. I want to talk to my friends.
I see.
Goodbye. Let a tree know if you need any more help. I will come. Stay safe, Baya.
Spit it out already.
Spit it out already. You've been chewing on this ever since we escaped from the mountain.
Ooh, my voice is starting to give out. Listen, all these damn characters for your entertainment. It's okay. It's okay. It's just voice acting practice for me.
It's just, I feel bad. Oh, it's just, I feel bad, all right?
So, that doesn't sound too good.
Isn't that pretty obvious?
Right. More importantly, have the others come back yet and keep? They haven't. It's a waiting game then. Great. Great. My favorite. I still don't really know what I want to do for Hex's voice. Give me time. Give me time, I'll figure it out. Alright, Innkeep. This is where ye come in with the drink. I'm going to explode if we keep brooding like this. We're not that rogue fellow. And which of my drinks would be of aid? Not sure what would help soften the outcome of our quest, but maybe protection from this disappointment that might do. Certainly. You know, we're just gonna keep it easy and make Frosted Lagoon. Frosted Lagoon, order up. I hope your disappointment will be just a distant memory after this drink. Thanks. This takes the edge off. Didn't realize my shoulders were so tense this entire time. Can I offer you two a drink as well? I'm fine for now. Count me in. Count me in, Innkeeper! I really don't want to think about it. But perhaps understanding where we failed wouldn't be a bad idea. I'll see what I can do. You know what? I'll make this one. Keep it nice and easy. Certainly Nebula, order up. This might be just what you're looking for to understand the meaning of everything. 42! What? Weird. I don't know where that came from. But this is good. My snappiness are firing at the speed of light. Here's my conclusion. We might be really, really fucked. Yeesh, was it that bad? You don't even know the half of it. Wait, this can't be. Wait, this can't be it, right? Grace and the others should have figured something else out by now. You probably have some quests in store for us, for plans C, D, and X. I'm sorry, Hex. Archie and Melly couldn't find any new leads. And Grace and Scully are still at it, but from what I've heard, they haven't found much either. That's... Oh, come on, Keeper, stop joking around! I don't think this is very funny. Neither do I. Then what are we even doing here? What? If the Innkeeper doesn't have any quests for us, why are we wasting our time here? You haven't noticed the world might be ending soon. We failed to create the new world-saving... If you haven't noticed, the world might be ending soon. We failed to create the new world-saving weapon. And now we're here to do what? Have a nice chat? Alright. You're mighty close to overstepping there, wizard. Well, maybe someone needs to say it instead of just lazing around. Hex, sit your arse down. This is no time to lose your cool. We aren't here just to chat. Information about this group that went to the Twilight Chasm will reach this inn first. At this point, we need to know their fate. It would be foolish to go around running without a plan. So, are we cool? I'm sorry. Not exactly looking for a wizard to... Not exactly a good look for a wizard to lose his head, is it? As long as you realize that's yourself. While we wait for the others, I guess it's time for another story and keep. I'm looking forward to getting some context. Right. After our chat, the other day, Kyle and I went to pick up Hex. We said goodbye to Kyle. He cried. Then he left for Morrow Castle. So after, Carrot and Baya picked us up. They just stepped out of a tree right next to us. Baya was pretty excited to take us to the Highlands. Apparently, she's pen pals with the Yeti she'd never gotten the opportunity to visit. And then, whoosh! Whoosh! Yeah. 1 minute we're surrounded by a nice lush woods, and then the next, vast mountains. Snow. A lot of snow. Squeeze me. You guys suck at descriptions. Our journey to the Highlands was fast. It's barely noteworthy. It was impressive! I mean, sure, evocation is obviously the superior school of magic, but I suppose a feat of conjuration was pretty cool even though nothing blew up. And then you'd had to keep babbling to Baya about it until we reached the village. Well, Grace would have killed me if I didn't ask for details. While the view was great, we were pretty disoriented. Even when we found the village, Clay told us about, no one could point us towards the temple. Ted looked like she was getting ready to throw people around if they continued saying they couldn't help us. It was clear no one knew anything. Even though we still had no idea where to go, we left the village. That's when Baya let out this gut-wrenching scream. It sounded kind of like this. I'm sorry for violating your ears like that. thanks. I really appreciate you replicating that scream. But why? Hey, you guys insisted I stay to tell the tale. Did someone die? Oh, hi, Liddy. Good to see you, Melly. No one died. Hess just got a little too excited. Whoopsies!
I see. Well, make sure not to scream like that anymore. Or no one will ever know when you really need a detective on the scene.
After all, you don't want to be the next boy who cried wolf detective. Oh, I'll keep that in mind.
I'll go back to the board then.
So, Paya let out a scream. We had no idea why she did, but before she could explain, we heard some loud footsteps approaching. It was hard to see with the heavy snowfall, but a huge silhouette was making its way towards us. Ted almost tore into it as soon as it was close. But before we knew it, Bio rushed forward. I almost attacked Bio's pen pal. You actually met the abominable Yeti? Really nice fellow. And it's pretty good with directions. They pointed us towards the temple. And there it was. Lo and behold, the Temple of Ur, where the flame of Leviathan is kept. Sounds blasphemous. The trek up there was brutal. It was so much walking, I thought my feet were going to fall off. It wasn't so bad, really. The winded path looks nice with all that sparkling snow. That's easy for you to say. You just vaulted over all that rubble. Guess we did get to the gate eventually. It was closed, of course. A gigantic wet slab of stone in withered condition. There's one thing I know about this sort of thing. It's that gates like this one are super inconvenient. Sure, they're pretty good with defense. But what are you really going to do if you want to pick up a package and it slams shut behind you? Oops. You hide the key under the doormat, of course. Right. And since I'm such an amazing wizard, I found the doormat really quickly. What he meant to say is that he stumbled upon a mechanism by chance. By chance. I don't know why my voice went French there for a second. And then destroyed it. It worked out in the end. It worked out fine in the end, didn't it? I totally knew that destroying it would open the gate. And it was already half broken anyway. The welcoming committee was great. I loved having spells flung at me without warning. Insert sarcasm here by Carolyn. Not ideal, I'll admit, but our fire resistance and that dexterity really came in handy. And Carolyn handled anyone that got too close without issue. The priests were unexpectedly tough. They wore these white gems on their bodies that proved to be extremely hard to break. Absolutely dripping, if you know what I mean. You spend too much time with Iniko. In any case, I usually prefer a less deadly atmosphere for forging my weapons. Hello, better pal. Everything would have to happen very quickly once we got to the flame. I just have to trust my preparations were enough. At least that was pretty obvious. At least it was pretty obvious where we need to go. That altar tower and above everything else. Oh, my poor feet. That last sprint up there. That last sprint up there was their death sentence. Oh, yikes, that does not sound like a good time. And then I saw the altar. What did you see? That's the thing. We saw nothing. Nothing. No great flame of Leviathan. Just a devastated altar. And an empty basin where the flame would have rested. We were foolish. The clues were already there when we were approaching the temple. And the rubble, the poor state of the building. The flame was extinguished during the flood, long before we ever set foot in the highlands. I should have known that an internal flame was too good to be true. It was all such a waste of time. I can imagine our shock at what we saw in Keeper. The realization slowly began to settle in. There would be no way of forging that weapon. There would be no way of forging that weapon. Nothing to wield against the necromancer. Up there at the altar, everything was so quiet. The priest hadn't reached us yet. There was just the sound of the wind and the crushing disappointment we were all feeling. And then the whole temple started shaking suddenly. Seems like the impact of the flood wasn't the only thing we didn't notice. The place has a guardian. I've never imagined I'd ever get the honor of seeing one again. Not after. Turns out, the whole time we hadn't been walking on a stone path, but the body of a weaver. its snake's body unwound from around the temple, while its wings lifted into the air. It looked majestic. The sun reflected off its pure white scales that shimmered iridescent in the light. When its gigantic head was leveled with the altar, we could see an enormous gem embedded between its eyes. It's shown in every color imaginable. What I wouldn't have given to work with an opal of such fine quality. It's good to hear you guys had a mythical moment there. But I, for one, was worried about the overgrown snake with wings. The thing reared back and then bit off the altar tower. It would have been really cool if it hadn't carried us up into the air. It was pretty cool what its goal was. Never been so thankful for taking a wizard along. Oh, that's feathery. Decent spell could have come in a bit earlier, like 5 feet before hitting the ground. Oh, I'm sorry. Chanting while falling at terminal velocity is kind of hard. Glad you weren't transformed into pancakes. Pancakes sound kind of good right now. We landed somewhere into the Guivir must have been resting before. There was no snow, so we urged Baya to work her magic and create a tree tall enough to step through. That would take some time, though. I also noticed a lot of loose gems around the place we landed. Very similar to those worn by the priest, and definitely relatable to the Wyvern. Though the fact that they were just laying around in piles was curious. That was Weaver poop, wasn't it? Most likely. I wasn't complaining. I've never seen such durable opals. While Rhea was busy gathering those gems, the rest of us were keeping an eye out just in case the Weaver struck again. We didn't have to wait long. I don't know what we would have done without Baya. Her vines covered us like a dome and deflected the blow just barely. I know they wouldn't endure another attack, so I readied my blade. No matter how reluctant I was to attack another guardian. Due to the previous attack, we could see a bit of the outside through gaps in the dome. We only saw the white of the snowy landscape, but then suddenly, the bright yellow one of the Weaver's eyes. Hesitation would have meant death. Just as it was about to pull back for another bite, Carolyn struck it right in the eye. Just in time. We pulled her through the the tree with us and escaped. We stopped by it, then headed over here. So that's that. Never had such a depressing walk back to the tavern. Oh, quit your yapping. You're going on and on about this and the way over here too. That's easy for you to say. After all, you got those gems. Great for you and your stupid competition. Some of us were just put off by the quest failing. Why don't you come out and say what your problem is? My problem is that you're acting like everything's fine. Oh. Did it stop? Seems like it. Is everyone okay? More or less. Yeah. What about many others? I need to... Alcohol. Alright. Thanks, Rhea. I'll take my leave. We told our story. There's no reason for me to stick around. I know this is a hard time for all of us, but I need to check on Grace. Goodbye, Hex. It's getting late. There's always a room for you upstairs if you get tired, Carolyn. It's fine. I'll keep you company. Things must be really dire if you're offering that. What do they say? Desperate times call for desperate measures. What do they say? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Welcome back. Keep it. Okay. Where are the others? Nico's outside trying to calm Void down. We didn't want him to throw up in your tavern. Did he have a panic attack? I hope Tia isn't giving him too hard of a time about it. She isn't, right? No. Where is she then? Gone. She's gone. She left? No. She's dead. Stop joking, that isn't funny. Do we look like we're joking? Oh, fuck. Oh. Is she not in my book anymore then? I'm sorry. That's awful. Yeah, you don't have to tell us that. Is anyone else? No. We got away before anyone else went... No. We got away before anyone else went down. That's... good. What about Fable? Did you see them in the chasm, maybe? No. We didn't find them, though. What? We found a bunch of broken arrows not too far from the portal. They were all engraved with pretty flowers. I think they were there. They just didn't come back. I hope they're okay. Maybe with the drink, they would have been okay. What do you mean? You didn't make them a drink, you keep? We had a bit of a fight. So you willfully endangered them? I had hoped it would stop them from going. Nothing could ever stop Fable from helping people, you idiot! I realize that now. You should thank the dragons. I care more about my friends' eardrums than I care about yelling at you! I already regret it well enough. Don't you worry. You better if anything happened to them. If they ended up like Ilithia, I know. Me too. We shouldn't have left without her. Her body wasn't exactly cooperative. We couldn't have taken it with us if we tried. Don't call her that! What? An it! Clay! He's right. Have some respect. I'm just saying. Well, stop saying it! Alright, you three, calm down. No need to spill more blood. Please, tell us what happened. What does it matter? We abandoned her. That's what happened. We didn't do that. We sure abandoned the world. Our angel would be disappointed in us. It's not like we had much of a choice. You would say that, wouldn't you? What's that supposed to mean? You always run! You always run! Of course you wouldn't choose anything else! I ran because I have something to get back to, Clay. So did she! Okay, how about a drink for calming all those nerves? No. Time and place! I'll take one. Need to tell you what happened happened after all. Even though I rather wouldn't. Got anything to make it easier? I'm running out of secrets, though. Don't worry. No need for trading today. I don't have anything to wash away the regret. And maybe I can get you something that makes the words flow easier. Let's make 1,000 wins again. We haven't given him this one yet. What do I want to do for this one? Flowers might be nice. Here.
Thanks for this little taste of normalcy.
So I don't really know what to ask.
Did you stop him? No.
Oh. I know we normally give him spoken heart, but like, I don't know. Feeling a little zesty zest today.
Fuck. He was faster than us somehow. Melly and Baya drew us a map to the portal so we could get there quickly, but when we arrived, we found a note stapled to a tree. It read, "If you value your lives, go home."
He knew you were coming?
Apparently, Jane and Tia argued about what to do, but we didn't exactly have a lot of options. So we went after him right into the Twilight Chasm. It was... calling it the Realm of Nightmares seems like an... calling it the Realm of Nightmares seems like an understatement in retrospect. We couldn't have made it without Voy. And Tia's light. We ran into the necromancer on his way back. Didn't even catch him before he got to Ur. He looked unharmed. It's ridiculous how easy it must have been for him. In his hands, he held an axe shaped like a dragon's talon, pulsating with magical energy. It was smaller than I thought it would be.
Magic weapons tend to be size adjustable.
Oh, right. Maybe we would have stood a chance if we hadn't walked right into a cluster of nightmare creatures. I thought maybe there'd be a good distraction from him too, but the necromancer called on one of them for aid in the chasm's tongue. Voy said he promised them freedom and endless nightmares. And just like that, they sided with him and were up against a necromancer, a god's axe, and a horde of monsters. We thought we were faster than even his new army. So we quickly cornered him and thought we would stand a fighting chance, but
That magic shit cast some sort of slow spell on us. Not even one round, and we were reduced to our normal speed. At least we still had some defense. Tio is right. It helped to protect us against a lot of blows we might not have survived otherwise. But we were still losing ground, not to mention the battle. He pushed us back towards the edge of the Twilight Chasm, and the portal we had entered from. He almost got Voy at that point. Voy had just played some sick solo momentarily solo that momentarily charmed one of the monsters away from Clay when an axe landed on his shoulder. He was on the ground before any of us could get to him, and then the necromancer just stopped, stared down at him like he was looking at a ghost. Maybe we reminded him of something. Maybe his dead maybe his dead asshole heart. Maybe his dead asshole heart. Maybe. I gave Iniko enough time to pull Boy away and threw the portal back to the moon pools. It's true, you know. You can see all 7 moons reflected in their clear waters at once. Ow, my neck. It would have looked beautiful if it hadn't been for all the blood. And for all the monsters swarming us left and right. We were trying to cut them down, but every time we killed one, he would just bring them back. Over and over and over again. And then Clay finally found an opening. He cut down 4 creatures at once and got through the necromancer, who was preoccupied with resurrecting a fallen giant. Should have been an easy hit, but Clay got reckless. That's when I saw the necromancer smile. Saw him notice Clay approaching. I tried to call out, but I wasn't fast enough. Just when Clay got within reach, the necromancer swung out with his axe, and it should have killed me. It should have killed me. I'm glad it didn't. Don't be. The axe hit Tia right in the chest as she shielded Clay with her body. She moved so fast. I think when she saw Clay in danger, she finally managed to break out of the slow spell. I saw she wanted to protect him, so I pushed Clay out of the necromancer's way. And as Tia lay there, her body in the pool of the Astro Moon's light, he brought the axe down again. You shouldn't have pushed me. She died to save you. I had to honor that. We might have been able to save her from dying if you hadn't. I wish that was true, too. We should have shielded her body so we could revive her. I think that would be a little hard to do now. Why's that? When she fell, the necromancer brought her back, just to raise her up like a puppet, like it was nothing. She looked right at me. She looked so sad because I didn't save her. Why couldn't I save her? When I saw an undead Tia rise to her feet, her weapon and shield leveled at us, I knew we had to run. I couldn't risk losing anyone else. Iniko picked up Boy as soon as I called for us to flee. Jay didn't want to leave until Boy started pleading with her. While he almost while he was almost bleeding out. She helped me pull Clay away. I still think it was wrong. It was! It wasn't. Dave made the right choice. There would have been no point in losing you all too. Agreed. At least y'all got to live. After that, we made our way back here. We didn't know where else to go. I'm glad you all made it back. I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Why did we have to? Why didn't Cassiopeia save us? Save her! The dragons are neutral. The dragons are assholes! Sure are. The real asshole is the madman who killed her! We have to go back! I don't think that's a good idea, bud. We have to retrieve her body! He can't have her! Now we can use her to investigate that stupid portal, and she would hate that! She would hate being turned into another monster he can use. If we can get her back, we at least have to bring... If we can't get her back, we have to at least bring her here to give her a proper burial. You can't do that, Clay. You don't even know where they are right now. If we had stayed, we might. But we didn't. Thanks to you! But it is what it is, right? You say we can't go back, so we can't change anything. We screwed up. We played right into his hands. At this point, all this power and strength and magic, we didn't change anything. Hold on, I'm sure you did your best. What's the point of doing that if it doesn't save anyone? I can't even feel her anymore. The bracelets, it's just empty. There's an absence where Tia should be. I felt like if we had done I feel like if we had just done something different. If I had been more stubborn. I don't know if you could have changed anything. Why do you sound so sure of that? I think he, the necromancer, I think he heard everything, what you planned, I mean. How could that even be possible? After you left, a jackdaw near my window. I think it was a spy, and it heard everything. What? How does that even happen? How did you not notice that? I don't know. I'm sorry. All I'm saying is it's not your fault. The plan failed. He outsmarted us. All of us. So there's nothing we could have done? That can't be right. What's the point of all this, then? If he knows everything, then we might as well give up. He has Ur's axe. He has an army of nightmare creatures and more. And she's gone. The only person who'd know what to do is gone. And we don't have a magic greatsword either. You've got to be kidding me! What? Magic flame was put out by the flood. Fuck! Fuck! So it's over. So we've lost. It's over? Not yet. He hasn't won yet either. Even if it feels like he has. We're still here, so we can still fight. We can still stand in his way. Hope will only abandon us if we let it. You're right. Us giving up, that's not what she would have wanted. What she would have wanted was to live, to get a chance to be more than just some pointless martyr. I want her back. Wait. No. I don't want to hear anything else from you. You didn't even notice a spying bird in your tavern. Or maybe you did. Who knows? You're dishonest with us all the time. Do you even care? Do you even care about any of this? Of course I care. I care more than you could ever imagine. I wish I could bring her back too, Clay. Well, can you? No. What help are you then? Screw this. I'm done hearing excuses. I'm done pretending we'll make it through this. Clay, please stay. Can I have one of those drinks now? Don't want to go after him? If it was him, I'd kill all of us, so no. What kind of drink do you want? I don't know. Something fast, maybe? Doesn't help with the fight, but it might help with my stomach. It's worth a shot, I guess. Why does this keep freezing? Swift as the wind. I could give her Swift Strike, but let's give her something soothing. Hot chocolate order up. I just learned how to make this, by the way. Fast and quick. Just how I like it. What kind of drinks did she like? Defense all the way. Adds up. Oh, this does not look good. Huh. Well, we're safe here, I guess. Okay, we did save. We're gonna go to the main menu. Was that supposed to happen, or did I miss something? We are going to quit. That was a very sad episode to end on. Jesus. I'm depressed now. How are y'all holding up? Thank you all so much for coming to the stream this evening. I had fun, and I hope you all did too. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe and follow me on social media. I am on Twitter and Blue Sky if you want to keep up with me. Twitter is why everybody hates me, and Blue Sky is where my more fluffy posts go. If you like what you see here on my channel and want to help financially support me, I have a Stream Elements and a Ko-fi if you want to donate to me. Or if you'd like to commission me for lore and or script writing, you can do that over on my VGen. If you're watching this on Twitch, I'm on... Do we want to raid today? I don't think we're gonna raid anybody today, but thank you all so much for coming to the stream. Regardless, and I shall see you all very, very soon. Have a good rest of your evening, everyone. Bye-bye! And happy Pride Month to you all!